I'm going to do 2 mudras, and then I'm going to do a bit of pranayama, a little bit of breath work. You can do these mudras. So I love mudra work. I love starting with mudras because just by creating an intentional shape, it usually changes the experience of the meditation. And so 2 of the mudras that I love to do, either standing or seated. The first one is Hasta Mudra that I learned from my teacher Shiva. Hasta being hand, Mudra being seal. And how it's done is that your forearms are parallel to the ground with your elbows by your rib cage, right? Shoulders are relaxed, top of the head lifting up, and it's the mudra of receptivity. So we're going to do that one. I'm just going to give you the spiel for both of them and then actually just go right into them. And then the other one that I love is Shiva Mudra. So left palm facing upwards, right palm on top of the fist, like giving the universe the thumbs up. And then you bring it down to your pelvis. Okay, and usually if I do mudras at the beginning of class and a meditation, I'll also close with it because it's nice to come back to the mudra afterwards and experience how different it may feel after we've gone through the practice. Okay, so we're going to sit for a little bit with these mudras so you can actually feel the effects of the mudra, and then you'll write it down, and then we'll go right into the next one. Okay. So find a seat of your choice. And then what I'd love you to do is take Hasta Mudra. So forearms are going to be parallel to the ceiling with the palms facing up, soft bending the elbows, 90-degree angle. Shoulders relaxing down and the top of the head reaching up. If you can, eyes are closed or soft gaze down on the floor, whichever is more comfortable. And then closing the eyes and or soft gaze, begin to deepen the breath. So mudra is generally translated as gesture or, as gesture. And this is the gesture of receptivity. There's always an aspect to the practice of surrendering, of softening. And one way to think about it is that we soften the doing aspect of ourselves so that we can listen and hear the wisdom of our own hearts. And so this mudra is essentially signifying not only to our bodies and our minds, but to our inner teacher that we are open to hearing and listening to any lessons or reflections that would serve us, that would help us. Soften the fingers, soften the jaw. I am open to receiving. I'm just going to hold this mudra just for a couple minutes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out the mouth. And then slowly as you inhale, just bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And bow the chin softly towards the chest. And then take the thumbs to the third eye, to the intuition, innate wisdom within. And then inhale and take the arms overhead. And then exhale, take the arms out to the sides and down. And fingertips, if they can, touch the ground. Opening the eyes and perhaps taking a moment to just write any observations for yourself in that experience. So yeah, I usually do that for like 3 minutes, not super long at the beginning of class. I don't usually have unless that mantra is really long, I don't usually have a very long subtle body practice, just like a touch point, and then either revisiting it or revisiting something similar at the end of class. And so the next mudra we'll take is Shiva Mudra or Lingam Mudra, Shiva Lingam. You're going to take your left palm right down into your lap, and then right hand creates a little fist. Fingertips come into the palm and then thumb facing upwards. And then you put that little fist, that right hand, into the left one. And so the left hand represents Shakti, or represents the creative force, and then the right hand represents Shiva, right, which is the lingam, drawing upwards. And so it's with our consciousness, which is Shiva, and our creative force, which is Shakti, we create the union or the sacred marriage inside. And you can just rest the forearms, depending upon if it works for you, on your thighs. And closing the eyes. I usually don't give too much context to the mudra so that they can just feel the shape instead of me talking about it. So what I gave was what I would usually give. And now I'll sit here just for a couple minutes, just holding this shape. And take a deep breath in the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Slowly releasing the fingers, take them out to the sides and inhale and sweep the arms overhead. And if you can, hold the breath at the top, interlace your fingers, flip your palms up to the ceiling, and then bring the chin just gently in towards the chest. And then as you exhale, release the arms out to the sides and down.